Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm Hanali, I'm a professional tarot reader amongst other things and I've been really wanting to dive into making a series which is all about helping people around the world to explore the tarot for themselves. Tarot cards are such a complex system, and often when we're first starting it can feel really overwhelming and quite restricting when we look at the kind of textbook standard meanings of the cards and just trying to make sense of it all. And I really just wanted to create this series to help people tap into the kind of more intuitive side of tarot reading, and also to help you get a sense of the many different flavours and messages that come through from each of the cards. Each card literally has hundreds of ways of being read, and there's no right or wrong answer, right? So the way that you wish to kind of connect with your cards in a specific context will change every day. And so I really just wanted to show you my process and to just help you kind of peel back the different layers of card meanings. So today I really want to get into picking a card. I'm just going to pick the top card off of my deck, and then picking a card off of my Wild Unknown Archetypes deck, which is by Krans, and really just trying to find the synergy between those two cards and seeing where it takes us in terms of finding new flavours, right? So first off, let's take a look at the card of the day. We have the Knight of Wands today. Beautiful energy. And you know, if you are just starting out with reading tarot, it's so important to just really tune in with the image on whichever deck that you're using. So I'm using the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, which is kind of a standard, a very commonly used deck. And a lot of other decks that have come after it are kind of modelled on this imagery. It's a very complex, symbolic heavy deck. There are lots of different layers of meanings going on. And the card, the Wild Unknown archetype that we're working with today is Gnosis. Gnosis. So those are the two energies that we're going to be looking at. Let's have a look at what Krans has to say about Gnosis and what it actually is. Gnosis. Innermost knowing, mystic truths. True knowledge is not found in facts and figures in scholarly books on library shelves. Rather, Gnosis points to the deep and timeless archetypal wisdom that rises from the felt experience of having touched the unknown with every one of the senses. Those who are drawn to Gnosis find themselves in esoteric studies, likely involving mysticism, alchemy, healing, or perhaps science. Knowing is their calling. Not knowing is their job description. No matter how far the alchemists take their studies, they come to the ultimate conclusion that facts slip towards mystery, and soon the mystery results in facts. This card signifies a knowing that is life-changing. Once you experience it, you are forever changed and become a guardian of Gnosis. The eternal mystery is calling you. Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. Wow. That is such a beautiful description, and it really links in with the energy of the Knight of Wands, right? Study your passion in the deepest way available to you. So when it comes to court cards, they can be quite complex and difficult for people to read because there are so many ways of just looking at the kind of nature of the card in a reading. A lot of the time, the Knight of Wands can symbolize an actual person that's being referred to. But in this case, we're really looking at it in terms of an attitude, in terms of a kind of personality or belief or thought that we are wishing to embody. Yeah. And this idea of passion, you know, is so linked to the Knight of Wands. Each of the knights are on their own kind of mission. And the Knight of Wands really speaks about trying to find your passion in life, right? We hear that term a lot, find your passion. As if it's something fully formed under the ground and all we need to do is just dig it up and there it is. And suddenly we know what our passion is in life. We know what our calling and purpose is in life. But it doesn't really work that way. And this is what this Gnosis card is really wanting to point to. Finding your passion in life is a slow uncovering. It's a meandering road. It's a road of questions that don't necessarily have answers. Instead of it being this kind of big reveal where you just wake up one day and you say, oh, I know what my passion is in life. I know what my purpose is in life. It's actually a series of experiments. It's a series of experiences that we have to feel. It's the kind of knowledge that we need to gain and absorb through engaging every single one of our senses. And it's the kind of knowledge that is a constant question. And that question is asking yourself every day, where can I tap into my aliveness today? Where can I find some joy today? What is going to elevate my sense of joy and expand my capacity to appreciate life? These are questions so relevant to the Knight of Wands, and the thing about this question is that it will change every single day. And that is what it means to be on that mission to find your passion. It's asking yourself that question every day and expecting a different answer every day. Some days it might be movement, exercising, cleaning the house. It can be something really small like eating an egg. It can be bigger things that ask you to come out of your comfort zone more. We know that when we step out of our comfort zones, suddenly so many doors open up to us that allow more opportunity for learning, more opportunity to live and experience come to us. So that's what this card is really speaking about in the context of Gnosis. It's this kind of mission towards an ever-evolving, ever-shifting knowledge that lives inside of us, that is guided by this sense of joy. And every day that we can tap into that a little bit more, it looks like a kind of cog. Every day that we can kind of tap into that a little bit more, we become a little bit more aligned with that kind of true self that wants to shine through us, right? But it's important to know that that is always shifting. So one day your true self might wish you to pursue one kind of passion, and the next day it may be something else, And it's okay for us to go with that, to kind of go with that flow. It's not a linear journey. It's a meandering. It's a series of questions. Something else I really want to touch on with the Knight of Wands is, he's in a desert and you can see the pyramids in the background. And that really speaks of mastery, right? It speaks of mastery and mystery. The pyramids were not built in a day. They were built over many years, right? They were overseen by the pharaohs, the kings and queens of ancient Egypt. They began as kind of rough stones hewn out of the earth, and they were built slowly, bit by bit, day by day. And that is what seeking out your passion really means. That is what uncovering your purpose in life really means. Yeah, it's about doing small things every day. Baby steps are quantum leaps. This Knight of Wands is incredibly dynamic. He's moving all the time. Yeah, you can see that he's his clothes are slightly in tatters at the end. They kind of look like flames of a fire. Because he's so dynamic and wanting and kind of willing to accept the nature of change, of things never being permanent, of his own kind of desires and sense of aliveness in his own body, wanting to be different, wanting to be expressed differently every day. Another thing around the pyramids here is that they really speak of a mystic culture. Yeah, the pyramids are very much still a mystery to us. We don't know how they were built exactly. You know, we don't know how they were constructed, the kind of mastery of them. We don't necessarily know what's inside many of them or why they were, you know, what they were truly used for by this ancient civilization. There's a lot of mystery there, a lot of mysticism going on there. And it's very much the same. It's the same within your own body. You know, when you set out on that journey to kind of find yourself, to discover your passion, to discover your true purpose in life, what you're really saying is, I'm willing to look at the kind of true nature of who I am and to really explore my inner depths and to understand that I'm an incredibly complex being that is shifting all the time, that is influenced all the time by what's around me. I'm a mystery to myself, and I always will be. I will never have all the answers to who I am. And that's okay. I'm going to sit with that uncertainty, and I'm going to actually find joy in the fact that there is always a question to be answered. Yeah, so that's kind of really, you know, this flavour of the Knight of Wands that's coming through today. And it's just so beautiful because it really invites action today, now. It really asks you to lean into the question, what is it that I can do today that will make me come alive? Even if it's the smallest thing. And you can be rest assured that by answering that question for yourself, no matter what it is, and then following through with that action today, you are building your own pyramid for your own purpose, your own greatness, your own sense of passion and joy and aliveness. You are building something that will be able to encapsulate the mystery of who you are. You'll never be able to fully answer that question, but at least you will begin to start honouring that question. Yeah. So that's really what this card is speaking of. I hope that's been insightful. The Knight of Wands is a really beautiful energy, and like I said, there are so many ways to read it, but I really just wanted to tap into this particular flavour today with you. I hope it's been insightful, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again for another installment tomorrow.